Hi, folks. It's nearly 8 p.m. on the 28th of the 7th, 2020. Oh dear. Well, I'm 51 now, so that's one thing. There you go. Just another day, isn't it, really? That's what it is. But as you get older, you don't want to think of it as getting a year older, because, excuse me, a year in one day? No. A day in one day is okay. A year in one day? No. Anyway, I'm talking about something here that, yeah. Okay. Occasionally I watch a program called Yellowstone. It's an American program with Kevin Costner and a few other people. The main female character is one of his daughters in the program, not in real life, in the program. And she is a vicious, nasty woman, and we find out now, and it's quite late on. God knows what season this is. Quite a few. Season 5, I think. Season 5 of it. That when she was young, she got off with a stable boy and she got pregnant. So she begged her brother, her slightly older brother, to help. She wanted an abortion. So she begged him and begged him and begged him to help. Wouldn't tell him any details of what happened. And of course, the abortion went wrong. She lost a chance to have children. She had to perform a hysterectomy on her. But this is the reason why she's nasty. And to this brother, she is evil. Immensely evil to the brother. She blames him. It's his fault she can't have children. So she's basically, in all of her life since, been determined to crush him completely. Turn him into a shriveling little wreck. Turn the family against him. Make him think that he's completely useless. She is nasty. Very, very nasty one. Now, in the end, the simple truth of the matter is that she is responsible for what happened to her because she wanted this situation of her being pregnant to be solved immediately. She was afraid of her dad finding out what happened to this stable boy. She was afraid of all of that. So she went and asked her brother. Well, of course, her brother was also afraid of the dad because the dad was a bully. She knew that. As a kid, she knew that. She knew that the brother really couldn't say no to her. Or that he wouldn't. If she begged him for help, he couldn't really turn her away. He knew that. She knew that, sorry. And she used that against him to get him to help her. And then it went wrong. So the point of this video is take responsibility for your stuff. It's like, for example, I did a video recently talking about songs from the past and what they can bring you to. In that one, I spoke about things that happened in my life when I was younger and how my auntie and uncle were out of order. Well, okay. Should I blame them for anything that's happened since? Anything at all that happened since I was 18 years of age? The answer is no. From the time that I knew right from wrong and I chose wrong, or I made any decision, and that decision came back and bit me in the butt, my choice. My fault. Not theirs, mine. What they did may have had an influence on my decision making. Maybe. That is not for me to decide. It's not for me to apportion blame to them. Because how do I know how much what they did had an influence on me? God knows, I don't know. I leave all that down to him. If you are an adult, you are responsible for the decisions that you make. You are responsible for the things that you do and the things that have happened in your life. Certainly from being an adult. Now, things that are done to you are things that are done to you. But if you are like this woman when she was younger, you made a mistake, you get pregnant, you want an abortion, and then the worst happens when you do. Well, not the worst. The worst means you're dead. Right? Second to worst happens means you can't have any more, can't have kids in the future. That is an awful thing to happen to someone so young. What we do know is that go back to the 1950s, 60s, 70s even. An awful lot of abortions ended up with the women needed a hysterectomy. An awful lot of abortions led to that because people were having, still abortions done nasty ways. Women were trying to stick coat hangers to create an abortion themselves. Yeah, a lot of damage was done because they weren't done on, certainly in the UK, on national health, because the church has always been dead against it. They've not been supporting countries like America, and most other countries have not supported abortions, generally speaking. People have had to go to dodgy sources to get them. And this program says that they went to the Indian reservation, to the doctors there, to get the treatment, get the abortion done. Of course, maybe their training wasn't quite so high. Maybe that's why they made the mistake that ended up meaning the girl lost her ovaries and tubes and everything else. Awful situation. But decisions get made. Own your decisions. You are responsible for your life, no one else is. You can hear little baby sleeping there. That's little Louis. He's coming up to 3 weeks old soon. On the 28th, he was 2 weeks old on the 25th, so on the 1st, he'll be 3 weeks old. So, yeah, he's still just over nearly 2.5 weeks old now. He's a big boy. I measured him the other day against one of my shoes, size 10, and he was bigger than the shoe at 2 weeks old, pretty much. 2 weeks old in one day. And very, very big. Both of these boys, very, very big for their ages. So that's quite cool. But yeah, folks, in the end, getting back to the point. The whole point of life is that we choose a path. We choose the path we're on. Nobody chooses it for us. We make wrong turnings. We make bad decisions. That's life. It's part of learning. Sometimes we make catastrophic decisions. Decisions that hurt us and people around us really, really badly. But again, that's life. Yeah. As awful as it is, that's life. It's all part of life, isn't it? It's all part of that thing of making decisions, and even when you think that you've ruined your whole life, you get up and you start again. Because you have to, because what else have you got? You have to do that. That's the reality of the situation. That's the way life is. So, yeah. Talking yesterday about Christian conduct. Now, again, this is a conduct issue. If you want to spend your life punishing others and blaming others for the things that you've done, then your conduct is awful. That's pretty evil. That is a pretty evil thing to do. And there are people doing it. There are people in the church who are doing it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There are people that look like butter wouldn't melt, and they've got a viciousness, and they can be incredibly vicious to a family member or a friend or yeah, someone they blame for something happening in their life. No one else is to blame, folks. We get to make decisions, so on the day that we face God, we face judgment for the decisions that we made because we made them. No one else made them for us. Like in this story, the young girl, she made the decision. Her decision was out of fear. But she knew as soon as she approached her brother, she knew where that was going to go. She knew that he was also full of fear, and he was unlikely to go to the father and say that this is the situation. She's come to me because she's pregnant, and she basically wants an abortion, so I'm coming to you. Yep. As a young man, he probably thought that the father would actually blow his head off. Yeah, that he would completely lose it, and that he would be chasing the boy who had joined with his daughter with a shotgun, seriously intending to kill him. So what did he do? He tried to handle it. Didn't know what he was doing. But that's what it is, isn't it? You know? That's life. We make decisions as young people. We're not qualified really to make decisions. We're not qualified really to handle big, deep problems. As young people, we're not because we don't understand yet. We don't have the wisdom, the understanding, or the knowledge to be able to use to make the right decision. When we get older, we should have that. Hopefully, that's the idea. When we get older, we are able to use that knowledge, that wisdom, and that understanding to make good decisions. When we're young, we don't have that. That's the reality. So understand if you're dealing with a situation where you have something in your past and you got hurt very badly and you blame someone else for that. Understand who's really to blame for it. It's your life. If you gave someone power over your life and it was the wrong person to give power to, then that's down to you. Simple. Forgive them, forgive yourself, move on. Simple as that. Forgive them, forgive yourself, and move on. Now people will say, but it's been something that's been in the issue for years. How can we just suddenly move on? Because you can make a decision. Forgive them, forgive yourself, move on. Let it go. Let it go. You can't be dragging around stuff like that. It's a heavy weight that you're trying to shift while on a difficult journey. You're just making your journey far more difficult by trying to shift that around as well. Let it go. But I'll have to end this now, or at least pause it because puppies have woken up, as you would have noticed. Little Frankie's laying there. Oh, so cute. Laying on his back in between bits of bedding. Absolutely gorgeous. Fast asleep. Aye. Incredibly beautiful. There'll be pictures of these babies soon up on the background soon enough. You'll get to see them. Right. You take care. God bless, and I will speak to you soon. Please, if you're carrying around a load of stuff even similar to that or worse or less, deal with it. All right, you take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.